the team's bye week, and it tightened up on him at practice Wednesday. That would be CMC, not Rule. It looked like McCaffrey was on pace to return, but now the thigh injury puts that in jeopardy. Carolina taking on the Broncos on Sunday. Staying on the topic of the Panthers, they recently hosted a Joy to the Carolinas event at Charlotte Motor Speedway, the Speedway Christmas, giving 1,500 individuals a unique holiday drive-through experience where they were able to pick up toys, food, and winter items while enjoying the Christmas lights set to music. What a cool event there. Tua Tagovailoa, 4-1 as the Dolphins started this season. I don't want to jinx him, but Tua has yet to throw an interception and is coming off his best passing performance of the season in the win over the Bengals. He'll face Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs, as Mahomes knows a thing or two about protecting the football. He has just thrown 2 picks on the season to go along with 31 touchdown passes. Mahomes impressed by what he's seen from the Dolphins rookies so far.
He knows how to manage the game and manage the situation. I mean, he does a good job of knowing that his defense and special teams is working and can do what he can on the offense to put up enough points to win football games. He's done that his whole career, and that's truly a remarkable thing. I mean, that's something that I wasn't that good at my first year here. And I mean, obviously he has the talent. He can make all the throws. He can roll to his right, to his left, and throw off balance, and he can run and make stuff happen too. So, but that veteran kind of mental mindset that he has, I think it's truly special at this time in his career.
It's a special time for the Dolphins right now. They're currently 6th in the playoff picture right now, so this would be a big deal for Tua and company, considering the Dolphins have not been to the playoffs since 2016. So B-Flow, not listening to Tua Lipa, don't start now. And it's a good thing for the Dolphins because they are rolling with him.
Good job. Nice. Well done. Well played.
I had time to spare. You know what I mean? Just
That's good.
Well done.
We love you, Will.
What can I do? I don't know.
The Chiefs have one.
I'm done.
Chiefs only have 1 loss. Dolphins have won 5 out of 6. Of course, those two meet in Miami on Sundays. We've been talking about it. Big-time playoff implications, ins and outs, and what have you at this one. So with more on the matchup, Jimmy Palmtrees.
Dolphins head coach Brian Flores has his team with the 2nd best defense in the NFL at just 17.7 points per game. He was also part of that Patriots defensive staff that in 2018 beat Patrick Mahomes twice. But Flores says it was hard to stop Mahomes then, and looking at the film now, it is even harder. He said this offense has developed a killer instinct. He said Mahomes has it. Kelsey has it. They all play with a ton more confidence. He also was asked, how do you come up with a game plan to cover Tyreek Hill? He responded with, how do you cover McCole Hardman and Sammy Watkins and Travis Kelsey and Le'Veon Bell and Clyde Edwards-Helaire? He said, I'd like to go out on the field with 14 defenders. That would be nice. The biggest difference, though, he says, is even though he won the MVP in 2018, watching the film, Mahomes is a better quarterback now than he was 2 years ago. He has a greater comprehension of the offense, a greater command of the offense, and a lot more confidence and is more mature. And also, he said, as a passer, he is more accurate now than he was 2 years ago when he won MVP.
Mr. Palmtrees looking good. Thanks so much. Here's where the Chiefs and Dolphins guys sit in the playoff picture. Chiefs fighting with the Steelers for the top spot in the conference. Dolphins holding on to the wild card spot. What should the Chiefs be most wary of, Schrags, when they face Miami?
I think the Dolphins are kind of playing anonymously this season. They're winning these games, but they're beating the Bengals. They're playing games that aren't the Jets. They're not on the A premier game. All right, you're playing the Chiefs. You want that smoke? You got that smoke. This is going to be that game. And I think we're going to see Xavier Howard, who leads the NFL in interceptions.
Quietly.
And I could argue is having a better defensive season that Stephon Gilmore had last year when Gilmore won Defensive Player of the Year. This guy has been battling injuries his whole career. He's finally healthy. He's got Byron Jones and Nick Needham back there, and he has been amazing this season. I say that because here comes Tyreek Hill and Travis Kelsey. Okay. And maybe this is the match for them. Maybe this is the guy that can stop them. Xavier Howard is going to be in the conversation for Defensive Player of the Year, but that can stop if Tyreek Hill goes for 200 or Travis Kelsey.
It's going to be over real fast.
It's going to be over real quick. No one wants to hear that.
No doubt about it. And they're not afraid to mix it up. And by mix it up, I mean blitz it up. So if I'm the Kansas City Chiefs and I'm going into this game, of course, they're running hot. They've won 9 straight road games, the longest active streak, so they're feeling themselves. They're really starting to catch a rhythm. Pat Mahomes could be looking in the mirror and looking at another MVP award down the line. But with all that said, the Miami Dolphins, they're fearless. If you pay attention to what these guys are doing on defense, not just Xavier Howard, who could be the Defensive Player of the Year, they will blitz you, and they are not afraid to bring the heat. And if that is your game plan, going in facing Pat Mahomes, I say lean into that. What happens is teams will face the Kansas City Chiefs, and they'll stop doing what they do best. Don't all of a sudden start pulling your guys back and saying, we're going to drop everybody and give Pat Mahomes all of the time to work. No. Bring the pressure like you have been, and then lean on your DBs to make plays when the ball is in the air. Of course, this is a different type of track meet.
Yeah.
These are the fastest of the fastest receivers, including the best tight end in all of football. But the one thing that Kansas City should be worried about is the pressure that they have consistently brought to offenses all season long.
I think the most fascinating way this game could start is if the Chiefs receive the kickoff and go down the field in 4 plays and score a touchdown. Bam, 7-0. Because now it's like, we can't just sit around and play D and wait on special teams. Like, we got to go. Even Mahomes, they're talking about Tua. One of the things he pointed out was he knows how to use his defense and special teams. We might need to unleash Tuscaloosa Tua in this game.
Yeah.
And I mean, like, you can't just sit back. Mahomes could be up 17-0 in 5 seconds. So we've had a little getting his feet wet thing. Tua has not thrown an interception. He doesn't make the dumb mistake, and that's great. We may have to light it up in this one. And let's not mistake that this is not a Carson Wentz type who is a smaller program, or a Jared Goff who is not a huge winner in college, or even a Justin Herbert. Tua was the player to watch in college football for 3 years. No one played in more big games than Tua. No one should be more ready for the spotlight. So if they're down 7-0, if they're down 17-0, he may have to throw it 45 times. We may finally see Tuscaloosa Tua, and if he can do it. He put up some big yards last week against Cincinnati, but that's not the Super Bowl champs. I don't think that whole wait for a blocked field goal and a strip sack and win the game that way wins against Mahomes.
They're not going to Van Ginkel it this way?
I hope they do. And Van Ginkel is the truth. But Tua, the warm-up is over. It's time to go. You're going against the best player in the league, and you may have to chuck it. I can't wait to see it.
I love that you approach games as, what's the most fascinating way this can happen? And that's what you root for, and that's what you go to. Let me ask you this. The Miami Dolphins have the #2 defense in the land. #2 defense in the NFL. After the Saints, they're only allowing 17.7 points a game this season. If the Miami Dolphins hang around like the the Chiefs let the Broncos hang around a little bit. They're letting teams hang around. We know that. We're talking about this pulling away thing.
Yeah.
The Chiefs do it. Do you think this could be the game that it bites the Chiefs?
If they lose, like if they can lose late?
I mean, they have to put teams away, right?
Yeah.
It's going to bite them eventually. We just saw it happen to the Steelers.
I don't think the Chiefs are omnipotent. And I took a lot of heat. We all take heat for different things. When I was saying the Chiefs don't blow people away, the Steelers don't either. And the Steelers lose to Washington. And Chiefs fans are such a fun character on the show.
It's a cautionary tale.
They're lovable. I like them. They're all... But listen, the Chiefs lost on their home field to a team that needed an inside job to beat the Jets. They got smoked by the Falcons. So, no, I don't think the Chiefs are omnipotent. And I think if the Dolphins are close... Dolphins will fight for their head coach, literally. Like, if they're close, yes, the Chiefs could be knocked off. They're not omnipotent.
If the Chiefs play this game like they played against the Broncos, the Chiefs will lose this game.
I don't think the Chiefs are going to lose.
Me neither.
Okay.